Hey y'all, it's Stephie and welcome back to my channel. So it is Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all, even though you're probably not watching this on Sunday. I know I haven't done like a sit down video in quite a while. Today I am meeting up with one of my friends, Erin. She had her baby, Olivia, so we're gonna have brunch and catch up. So before I go in and meet with them, I have like 10 minutes to do a quick chat with y'all. Just go back to giving some of my #friendly sisterly advice, and my friend Kendall actually sent me a question I had asked on my Instagram stories a while back because I was kind of having like a video idea funk. So anyways, let's jump right into it. His question is, have you ever felt in a slump with your career, like it wasn't in the place you wanted it to be? If so, how did you move forward? Yes, definitely. And I'm just gonna chat through a situation that I can think of in the past few years that kind of I had that, and hopefully my experience will help y'all. I haven't done like a career story time video, like walking y'all through start to finish from my career journey. So one of the great things about public accounting is that you pretty much know like the milestones for your career. You are on track and you're doing what's expected, at least up until you make manager. 2 to 3 years as a staff, then you get promoted to senior. Senior, you're there usually around 3 years, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending on the situation. Then, and if you also have passed your CPA exam, then you'll be able to be promoted to manager. Up until then, I was moving in my career in the way that I wanted and had kind of had these expectations of myself. And it's not just because like I wanted those titles. Felt like I was getting the correct job experience to continue to progress in my career, and that I was putting in, you know, the amount of effort that did get me to, you know, a good place in my career. The firm that I was at, so it was manager, then it was experienced manager, and then it was senior manager. Other firms are just manager, then senior manager. So I had been a manager, I think, for about 2 years at that point, and I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I, you know, was managing engagements, mentoring people, I was building client relationships. I hadn't done a whole lot of like selling of business at that point in time. As far as like the distinction between a manager and an experienced manager, there was not a whole lot of distinction. Like you would think like you're an experienced manager if you've been doing that a couple years, and if you've truly been managing and not, you know, sometimes when you become manager and there are turnover in the firm or in the company, sometimes you're having to do like the duties of the position below you, like a senior. If you don't have a senior, then you have to step up and be the senior if you can't get someone on there. In my mind and in the feedback that I was receiving from people, I was on track to become an experienced manager. And I'm not going to get into the specifics because, you know, I mean, it would probably be juicy and interesting, but, you know, y'all don't need to hear about that necessarily. Because of things that were outside of my personal control, it was more politics related and drama and dumb bullshit and stuff like that, I didn't end up getting promoted when I thought I was going to get promoted. And that really, you know, it really bothered me. And I know like my friend here on YouTube, Carmen Linz, I know she recently went through something similar, so hopefully if you see this video, you won't feel so alone. But yeah, so I got passed up for promotion, and that was really upsetting to me because it would have been one thing if it was like, you didn't get promoted because of these tangible reasons. Like, no one could give me a good tangible reason. You know, it wasn't like, oh, you're not being a manager, you're not doing whatever. It was really like I could not get good answers, and it had everything to do with the drama and the bullshit and the politics that were going on in the situation that I was involved in. So I definitely felt in a slump, in a rut, and it was kind of sad to me because when you're like, when you feel really loyal to a company and to a group of people, and you're putting in like as best of an effort and whatever as you can, and that isn't acknowledged or what felt like appreciated, that really sucks. It would have been different if there was a specific reason as to why I didn't get promoted. That's completely different. Like sometimes maybe you're really just not ready for the next level, and I understand that perfectly fine. Being held back at least a year from the big milestone I was looking towards, which was senior manager. So if you don't get promoted on time, obviously that's putting you back in your career and in your goals and stuff like that. I didn't have a specific like thing to work on other than, you know, I don't know, playing nice with certain people or whatever. The first obvious initial reaction is to be like, this, I'm over this, you know, I'm gonna quit and move on to something else. So I didn't want to do that immediately. It's always been my thing where I'm like, I want to try to work things out. Like, I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm gonna give whoever I'm dealing with like the benefit of the doubt, like try to work whatever out and see if it can get any better. I had been at a point in my career where like, I know I really like working in internal controls. I like anything to do with processes, process improvements, control testing to a degree, but I really like understanding how things work. Tried to move into a more SOX focused role. There were some roles opening up in my firm, so I wanted to either do that at a national level, or I was trying to move into more of just like a control focused manager role. That didn't end up going well or going over well with certain people at my firm at the time, and I don't know if that had anything to do with why I got held back from getting promoted either, because I was kind of going against the grain on things. Seemed like that was going in the right direction. First advice is to see like if there's something that you are passionate about or that really interests you in your career, try to see if you can go in that direction or be more involved in it. I'm not saying like all of your time will go towards whatever you like the most. That's not, you know, that's not realistic in life, but if there are, see if there are opportunities that excite you outside of what's going on in your current, you know, situation. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, then just try to expose yourself to as many different areas as you possibly can. Only reason I knew that I really enjoyed controls and stuff like that is because I was exposed to it during a busy season and I really liked it. So that was kind of the route that I took to get out of my rut in my career. I definitely started being able to be more involved in controls related things. I was involved in doing SSAE 18 audits or SOC audits, SOC 1 audits in particular, which are really controls focused. Got to go out and like do a, you know, sales pitch for a client with that particular partner. So that was a really great experience, getting to pursue something that, you know, excites you. And if there's that opportunity in your current company, then I would definitely recommend looking into that. If you don't know what you want to do, and if you don't know what your passion is in your particular field of career, be open to whatever opportunities are at work. Like, try things out and see. You'll never know if you like something unless you give it a try. I would just be really open about that with, you know, your mentors or your boss. So the second thing, whatever it is that you're feeling like stuck in your career, like kind of try to figure out like, why are you feeling that way? Maybe you're feeling that way because you need more feedback from your supervisors, or maybe you're unsure if you're performing well, you know. So if that's the case, then make sure to ask for feedback and just be open to that. Like, be open to hearing, like, if you're not doing well, it may just be skewed by one person's, you know, viewpoint of you, so whatever, but try to get that feedback and see if there is really something that you can fix about your career, your performance. And then lastly, if you're not getting those opportunities, you're not getting the feedback, really objectively ask yourself and observe with as like clear of a mind as you can. Is this a place that you can actually grow in your career, where you have those opportunities, where someone wants to mentor you? Like, do you have that in your current company, department, whatever it is? And if not, then, you know, I have a whole playlist about finding a new job, which I'll link in the cards. I'm not saying jump ship like immediately, you know, obviously try to get yourself out of the funk, but if all else fails, just know there are other opportunities out there in the world. Try to be really rational about your move. There's nothing wrong with getting your resume out to a recruiter and keeping you on their list of people if a certain opportunity opens up. To finish off my side of the story, I got passed up for promotion. That was really sucky. I'm doing more controls focused things, and that was great. I really enjoyed it, but the situation that I had been involved in that was like really just toxic, that situation was not going to change. Just left a really bad taste in my mouth. Got my resume out to some recruiters. I had very specific like things that I wanted out of my career and out of my next job, so I was going to be super selective about my next opportunity, which is what I did. And it just so happened that I was able to find something that really fit my wish list of things that I wanted out of my career. And so far I've been very happy. It'll be 2 years in November. And while I'm still, you know, I'm still a manager, which there's nothing wrong with being a manager, I still feel like I've really grown in my career. So the job title isn't necessarily was the issue for me necessarily. I feel like my contributions and the energy and the output that I bring to my current job is rewarded and appreciated and recognized. That was what was important to me. Of course, I would still like to move up in my career over time, but I haven't had like a slap in the face moment with this current job, and what I had felt when I got passed up for promotion was a slap in the face. And you know, what's funny is put in your 2 weeks notice and they try to talk you back into staying by basically giving you everything that you thought that you had deserved before. And at that point it's a little too late, you know? Like for me, it was just a little too late. It was like, if you don't see my value, you know what? I'm gonna bring that somewhere else. I wish you the best. Of course, it could have just been the people I was dealing with at the time. So I know I should have gotten the promotion, but you know, everything happens for a reason, and I'm really glad that that situation happened, because I honestly was really happy at where I was at for a long time until I was in a certain situation. Other than that, I really feel like I would probably still be there, and I really would have enjoyed it. And like the firm itself I really enjoyed, and the work that I was doing I really enjoyed. Anyways, so I hope that helped. I don't know, that was really chatty. Kendall, I hope that helped answer your question. Is that my friend Erin? She got a new car? I think she did. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Did she get a Jeep? I have no idea. Anyways, okay. So I hope that kind of gave you guys a little bit of an idea of what to do when you're in a rut at work. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, please give the video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know if you like my friendly sisterly advice videos here in the car, because I can certainly start doing them again. And if so, leave me some topics down below that I can chat with y'all about. I think it is her. I can't tell. But then I'm gonna like go up behind her and be like, hey, and it's not gonna be her, and then I'm gonna be really embarrassed. Anywho, I hope y'all have a great week. Thank y'all so much for coming back and hanging out with me. Be a part of our Subby fam, because we would love to have you. Enjoy y'all's journey, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Not go. That's better. All right, let me scooch back so you can see if that's any better. Hey y'all, it's Stephie, and hold on. Hey y'all. Oh, I think that would definitely be super helpful. Oh my god, someone's parking right next to me. Like, there's a lot of empty spaces, and I don't know why this person wants to sit right next to me. And I'm filming, so. Well, ain't that fun? The way that I ended up, you know, okay, this is really fucking awkward. So I'm just gonna drink my Poland Springs water, which, by the way, they have it now in Texas. Yummy. So, yeah, they now carry it at QT. I'm sorry, I'm so uncomfortable right now because there's literally someone like, why are you gonna park right next to me? I'm trying to film my video. To, you know, get yourself out of the rut first. Oh my god, like really? There's so much more space everywhere else, people. Like, I can't even handle it. So yeah.